My mom was really going through a lot. My dad really messed her up. My dad really caused a lot of havoc in her life. But most times she comes back with condoms and all of that. It got to a point my mom had to move into prostitution. So that alone created a very, very big trauma in my head. Stories said it that she was 4 months pregnant for my stepdad.
4 months pregnant at the
Yeah.
time of her demise.
Yeah, exactly. Started smoking cigarette at 10. Then I had to move, digress into other drugs. Like loud, marijuana. I even did pills as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You said something about getting yourself involved in Yahoo
Yeah.
as you were trying to see means to survive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How did it all start?
Yeah, I met a friend on Facebook. Just like you said earlier, I was looking for every possible means to survive because I was all alone. So I just need to do everything to survive. So I met a friend on Facebook, a female friend of mine, who gave me a contact to the person I'm supposed to stay with at Benin, the HK. So that was how I got myself to Benin and all of that.
You people had a discussion.
Exactly. I told her I was looking for how to get money. It wasn't really okay on my side and I needed funds. So she offered that alternative, that opportunity. And I took the offer to travel to Benin. They call it Hustle Kingdom. That's HK. Where you
Okay,
learn.
that is actually the meaning of HK,
And
Hustle Kingdom.
exactly. The abbreviation is HK, but the full meaning is called Hustle.
Not Hong Kong.
No. Hustle Kingdom.
Okay. Okay, so you going to Benin, what was it like? You got to meet these guys. How did you get to meet them?
From the contacts the lady gave me. So when I got there, I made calls. They came and picked me. I didn't even really know where I was going to.
You didn't know where you were
No,
going
I
to?
didn't. I've not been to Benin. That was my first time of going to Benin. But it was a really, really terrible experience because those guys, they are very, very diabolic. You have to be into fetish stuffs before you can excel, even as a Yahoo, whatever, and all of that.
When you got to Benin, the person who picked you up, wasn't the person afraid that maybe you were a mole or something?
No.
They have a way of checking
Yeah,
that.
they have a way.
Is it?
Moreover, when you're on call, the person you're calling is already seeing you from where you're standing. He can really tell what this person is up to. I don't know if you get the picture.
Yeah.
You can be calling someone, you're not seeing the person, but the person is seeing you. You get that. So
on arriving Benin,
yeah.
What were the processes, your OT, your orientation? What were the things that were being done to you? Did you do anything special? What were the rituals?
Yeah,
like?
I was actually taken to see a seer.
Okay.
In this place, they tell you how your future, if you're really going to make it.
Or they check if you have potential of making money in this
if you're
life.
great. Obuna ego jina karaka gị. So those people see it. So they actually told me I was from the water, that I'm a marine, like Obanje, something like that. The woman told me to do some settlements, that if I make these settlements, I can now see money, make money as a Yahoo boy. But the amount of money this woman was calling, those niggas and even the boss I came to stay with, they weren't willing to provide, to make provisions for me to make those sacrifices. So now the thing is that I'm going to make money. Then after making the money, I can now go on with whatever thing I want to do. So I just felt like it's not really going to work.
It means that the people who are going into money ritual,
exactly,
and the ones who probably made it were meant to be wealthy in this life.
Exactly.
So the seer gets to see that wealth is in your genealogy, is in your gene. You were meant to be wealthy, but somehow
they
want to bring it closer to you.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Everybody got their season. Your time is different from my own time. Every man has his own appointed time for God's blessings. But some people want to bring their own closer. they want to make money now.
And they do it in exchange for something.
Exactly.
Sometimes
Exactly.
say the number of years.
Exactly.
Really?
It got to a point. There are times you even have to use soap. There are spiritual soap you use. There are some fetish stuffs I also did. It got to a point I was using salt to bath. There are some people who even use soap. It's a spiritual soap. After using this soap, you get more clients.
Sorry to interrupt your view. Please would like to reiterate that the essence of making this video is to inform and awaken young people and parents. Young people is a call for reflection so that you do not fall into the same traps. As we all know, the best way to get to where you've not been is to ride on the wings of experiences of people who have been there. And for parents, this is a call and a reminder that your choices and your actions matter deeply. And please, if this message speaks to you, do well to hit the like button. By so doing, you help the YouTube algorithm to push this video to many young people out there and parents, as to help salvage many people who are already towing the wrong path, and to help inform parents on the need for them to make the right choices and take the right actions for the upbringing of the next generation. And in a world where a lot of wrong and misleading information is flying on the digital space, we have chosen to change the narrative by sticking to educational and transformational contents. And by hitting the subscribe button, you join us in this movement. By turning on the bell notification, you get notified every time we make educational and transformational contents on the space. Thank you. Let's head back to the video. God bless you.
This soap is it, so that thing they are saying called soap for me is
Yeah, it's
really
actually that's how the word actually came.
ah.
Yeah, the cutting of soap.
So that soap is it sold in the market?
It's not, no, 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 no. You get it in those seer houses.
Or
It's
they
not,
have a
no.
special way of making
Yeah,
the
they have a
soap?
special way of making it and cooking it. It has to go through a lot of processes.
Mm.
So
You said you used
I
salt
actually used
to.
salt to bath. It got to a point I was told to use sugar, spray sugar at the
What
edge
are
of
the
my.
spiritual connotations of these things you people are doing?
It attracts blessings.
Oh, that was what you were
More
told.
especially the sugar sacrilege. It attracts blessings and all of that.
She asked you to pay the sum of how much?
It was close to 500K. I didn't really know where I was going to get that amount of money.
And the boss was not willing to
No,
pay.
no, 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 no. You have to hustle. You have to work.
So even if you were going to make the money
Yeah.
and then balance him up,
No, 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 no. Such thing can't happen. No, 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 no.
really?
It doesn't happen there. Things
That way.
aren't done like that.
The life there in HK now, when you make the money from these spiritual
Wait.
rituals that you people do, you go with the money
Yeah.
all by yourself?
No, you share the money. Most people, my boss was collecting 80. He gives you 20. 80, 20.
Really?
Yeah.
For the
Because
same ritual you did on your head?
exactly. Because he feels he's housing you and keeping you up with food and a little food and all of that.
Wow.
Yeah. Life there is really, really terrible. Most of the guys there go through a whole lot, all because they want to make money. Even with making all those sacrifices, there is still no assurance that you can still cash out and make money.
Mm.
It takes a whole lot. You have to go deeper and deeper.
You didn't make the sacrifice, you didn't do any of those stuff,
No, I didn't.
and you just came back.
Yeah, under God's instruction and divine intervention.
Normally, I thought they don't just leave people to leave HK like that.
You're actually right, but I ran away.
You ran away.
I actually
Tell me
did.
about it. How?
You can't come to HK and leave just like that, because those people have invested in you to an extent.
Yeah.
So you just have to run. You just have to run.
Tell me about this running, because I know of somebody who got the HK. He tried leaving and it wasn't possible. They destroyed him and he didn't make it alive.
Okay, I had a Jima's contact. It was even them that helped me. I had to tell them where I was and the terrible experiences I was going through there. They were the one who even provided me transport fare. And even when I came back to Enugu, it was them
Who is Ejima?
Ejima, Solomon, Okeke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. You contacted
yeah,
them.
I contacted them because that was the only people that came to my mind as of then. And
What
they
year was
really,
this?
That was 2024.
Just last year.
Yeah, 2024. So they rescued me.
That's been a lot.
Yeah, it is.
When you came into town,
Yeah,
was it the time you went into the photography?
exactly. No, no, no,
That
no,
same
no, no, no,
year?
no. I'd already learned photography before I went to.
HK.
Photography wasn't really paying.
Oh.
After I learned photography, after the apprenticeship, photography wasn't really paying.
And I saw you taking some kind of pictures. You were taking pictures of unclad
Yeah, nudes.
ladies. You were taking
Yeah,
nudes.
exactly. I was just looking for every means to survive as a photographer. And pictures like that pay. They
Yeah.
pay more.
Ah,
They pay more. But it makes you more vulnerable to a lot of things. And even
definitely. You have to do things with even the people
exactly.
you're taking
So
pictures
even
with.
as a believer now, I wouldn't want to do that kind of photography anymore.
When you people take such pictures, you sell it or what?
You give them to the client. They know what to use it to do. You don't share pictures like that. All we need to do is just take the shots and you get paid. They know what they want to use it to do.
Those people who you were taking
Yeah.
their pictures, at some point you probably did something with some of them because taking nude pictures is not.
Yeah, it's really no. That's what I said earlier.
So you
It's
won't even advise.
yeah, I wouldn't as a believer, as a Christian, I wouldn't advise someone to do such,
Yeah.
take nudes, in as much as income may be coming out from there, but it's really, really not safe. It's really, really not safe, you know.
So from your Facebook post, what you said here is that you were employed
Yeah, in a school,
in a school
yeah,
as what?
as a librarian, and I was also doing a little part-time teaching there as well.
Oh, they were paying you well.
Exactly, exactly. They were, and they were housing me there too. I had an accommodation.
So what happened?
The devil came, depression. If you followed me very well, I've really suffered from chronic depression. And depression opens door to a whole lot of things. It makes you do things you wouldn't want to do, even as a Christian. So I made a whole lot of mistakes. I went into tattooing and I started doubting the existence of God. I think that was where my whole problem started. I became an atheist. I posted it online, telling people God doesn't exist and all of that. So it got to a point the school had to lay me off. I got sacked from the school. So and all of that.
So you gave your life to God at what age?
I gave my life to Christ when I was 18, but it got
And
to a
you took it
point
back? Yeah.
I took it back and I backslided again and found myself in Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more thing I like to ask is as regards this
Yeah.
hustle kingdom, the people who you saw there who are doing their internship and probably looking forward to graduate someday, or the ones who finish their internship and they've graduated now, have they shared with you the story of their life beyond what people see outside? Their struggles, the
Yeah.
pains, you know, as a result of the sacrifices they made. Do you get to see the fear in them?
Of
It's getting
course.
time.
Yeah.
The time is almost here for me to
Yeah.
leave.
I guess. Most of those niggas you see, their world is very, very dark. I mean, very, very dark. Before you get some certain wealth, even godly ones, it takes a lot of principles and sacrifices.
Mm.
There are guys who what they do is they eat their physics.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of these guys do a whole lot of things just to make money and be at the top. You know?
Do people use people there? I heard that people can use people there.
I've heard of stories like that, but where I was, it wasn't done there. You just come to hustle on your own, and there are HKs that hustle kingdom like that do all of that. The boss using the boy and all of that to make money and all of that.
Really?
Yeah,
Your ordeal with drugs.
yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I feel everybody has a motive why they go into drugs. But for me, I was only trying to find solace, trying to find peace, trying to find this happiness I wasn't able to find around from family and all of that. So drug was just like my safest place to be, makes me sober and all of that. But
Mm.
it didn't really make me do bad things I'm regretting now. I just wanted that peace. There's this peace drugs give, even though it's just momentarily, it doesn't last. So I just wanted that peace, even if it's just for a short period of time. But that's one thing about drug addiction. You keep on going, going, going over and over, and you see that you spent almost all your years being addicted to one substance or another.
Mm. You're currently working on breaking your addiction.
Yeah, God is helping me. I'm healing,
How has
and
it been?
it's been amazing, I must say. And there's this concept I'm also looking forward to have. I really want to reach out to people who are struggling with drug addiction and all of that, because I know I have a better way of helping them since I've been through that same challenge. So I really want to reach out to people suffering from addictions, drug addictions,
Mm.
and all of that.
Your mom's people, up until now, have you been in contact with them?
There were times I reached out to them, but all to no avail. I didn't get any reply. Several times I've solicited for their help, but they didn't really show up. They didn't really show up. It got to a point where I had to go there, beg for forgiveness, even for the mistakes of my mom, like for forgiveness, so that I can see them helping me, but they didn't really show up. They didn't really show up. Several times I've as well reached out to my uncles in abroad, and but they never showed up. So it's just a one man thing, one man squad.
What is life like for you currently?
It's been good because God has been on my side now. So it's better. Better off.
Rededicated your life,
Yeah, exactly.
and you still do your photography?
I still do photography. But now I want to do it in a different dimension. Now I want to use it as a means to preach the gospel. I want to use pictures to preach the gospel.
Tell me about it.
So, okay, the more I get clients, the more I'm able to evangelize to people. So, when I get clients, I'm able to send a gospel to people across using pictures and all of that. In as much as I've not gotten a camera yet as a photographer, I still do renting and all of that.
Are you serving under someone?
Yes, yes. He's actually my mentor too in church,
Okay.
Director Kata.
Your growth in church has been
Yeah, it's been amazing.
great. You're still working through the process, breaking your addictions.
Yeah, like I said, it's a
It's a
gradual.
gradual process, I
Yeah,
know.
healing doesn't come instantly. It takes the grace of God and help of people around you and all of
Uh,
that.
it's easy for us to cast aspersions at people, especially when we've not walked their path. You know, you can just take your stone and throw at anybody because
Mm,
you've not felt the pain they feel. You know, walking through this path with you is has been something else. Like I could feel the pain. You know, no father, no mother. You're just like you're in this world,
all
all
alone.
all alone. You know, the people who you stayed with,
Yeah, some were really nice.
yeah,
They tried. They tried to an extent.
they
They
probably couldn't help you as you
exactly,
wanted because
exactly,
they didn't know what your foundation was like,
exactly,
right?
exactly. There were battles I was going through.
Yeah.
It was more than what they were seeing and all of that.
Currently, where you stay, because I know something about breaking addiction. I know that there is a place of environmental influence. The place where you stay currently, what is it like?
Real estate is not really a nice place, and it can help in my growth,
Okay,
even as a believer and someone who is coming out from drug addiction and
okay.
all of that, because that's the trenches. In as much as you may not really want to do certain things because you're changed, but addiction is really, really powerful and
You
all
need
of
to
that.
cut off
Yeah,
from environments
exactly.
that, you know,
Exactly. Certain people, environment makes up a man, makes up your belief, your understanding, and all of that. So if I need to grow more in my faith in God and get total freedom from my addiction, I will really need to shift away from such environments and all of that.
From the way you talk, you're just a brilliant lad, and I trust you have great potentials out there.
Yeah, I do.
You're done with schooling?
No, I didn't get to the four walls of the university, but at some point my church saw me through my secondary school. I was actually on scholarship. I was a scholarship student, but it got to a point I couldn't. I failed my WAEC, so they had to withdraw. That's how scholarship is. They need you to be consistently good
Yeah.
academically and all of that.
You're at this stage where you're rewriting the chapters of your life.
Actually,
So, what has it been like? What are your plans currently?
I really would want to further academically, but I have so much passion for photography. So I really want to explore more, if possible, get a studio and all of that.
Must you do all of this before you get back to school?
I would love to get my own stand, be able to stand as a photographer before I venture into school again.
So that you can
Yeah,
fund
I
your.
can meet up with the expenses and all of that.
I like the fact that you picked up one or two things you were doing in the past, which was not helping you in your relationship with people who were meant to help you, right? And you said because of your foundation, which formed your perception, you couldn't imbibe the character of submission
Yeah,
in your relationship with people. Currently, you've worked on that.
yeah, God is helping me.
God is helping you. Currently, I believe that when you see somebody who
Yeah,
is in that phase of their life, you have a message for them.
exactly. You can't really talk about what you've not felt, what you've not experienced.
Yeah,
If you've not been through pain, you can't help other people who are going through pain. If you've not struggled with perhaps drug addictions, there's no how you can help other people who are going through such experiences. So you need to go through experiences like that before you can be in a better way, because you're now going to understand how they feel at
mm,
every point. So
that's good. Congratulations.
thank
Like
you.
I said, the pages of your life, this is not the end. There are still other pages. And thank you for the courage to flip past this page of trauma, pain, rejection, depression, addictions. My prayer is that God will see you through,
Mm,
in as much as we are going to contribute our only two quota to see how to better your life, is our little investment into what you are becoming, right? The renewed crown. Now, for someone out there who is going through this page that you just flipped, this pain, this rejection, this addiction, who is broken, what will be your word of advice to them?
it's God. God is everything. Every young person out there needs to hold on to God. It's really not going to be easy. There will be struggles, there will be moments of setback, difficulties, disappointment, but God should be your anchor. He's the one who has the final say. A lot of people may say a lot of things, but God is the one who has the final say. He's the one who has your destiny, who owns your destiny.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The renewed,
The crown is renewed.
or the crown is renewed. Thank you so much for sharing your story,
You're welcome, sir.
and keep shining the light. And thank you very much, our beloved audience who joined us on this wonderful session. We crave your indulgence to be part of this journey and part of this movement of transformation in the life of the crown is renewed. I so much love the name.
Thank you.
It's very beautiful. So thank you for staying tuned once more. And to our beloved crew members and the production team, thank you and God bless you. Till next time, I remain your host, Val Praise. And do have a beautiful time out there.